everyone, welcome to the first episode of my bus build. I'm not calling it a restoration because it's not. I'm just gonna get it back on the road. So if you're a big fan of pristine concours restorations, this is not for you. If you just like to see a guy have a go and building his dream combi, welcome. Alright, so workloads are on. First day's started, so now we've got to start building this beautiful combi. I've got the door right here. That's the left hand side door, which they put a lot of body filler and Bondo in. And the last owner started sanding it back to bare metal and then just left it. So the rust is super thick. I tried to sand it with a sander. That isn't really going very well yet. So I'm gonna try to do it with a little wire wheel, which is a bit rough, but at least get all the rust off, and then we'll just sand it and prime it. After getting rid of all the surface rust, it was time to get rid of the real rust. I made up some little patch panels. It's not perfect, but it'll do for me. And it was time to get them welded in. So I've got all the plates tacked into place. It's looking pretty good. I mean, considering we're not doing a full restoration, but just a decent job. I reckon it looks good. The only thing is we've got a beautiful welder here, but we don't have a decent welding mask, or I can't find one at all. So tomorrow I'm gonna buy one, and then I'm gonna do the rest of the welding. Right, good morning. The first full day of building the bus. I went to the store this morning. I got myself some more supplies, a welding helmet, some more rust remover. The stuff seems to work really well. We're gonna find that out in a second. And some safety glasses. So we're ready to go for the day. This morning I'm starting with the cargo doors. I'm sanding all the bad surface rust off, and after that I'm gonna apply a bit of evapor rust. I've never used this product before. I'm not affiliated with them either, but I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just gonna give it a go, see if it can save me a lot of sanding. While I'm letting the evapor rust do its work, I'm gonna clean the inside. They started taking all the paint off and then left it, just like the doors. So I'm gonna get rid of most of the rust here and apply some rust converter. All the rust converter doing its work. It's all turning really nice and black and dark actually. So that'll give it a nice layer of protection for paint. Also, all that stuff is drying, all the rust remover gel, the rust converter, etc. I'm gonna take the driver's side door out. So the door has already been, well, has an attempt of been taken out. These are all good, but they couldn't get the bottom ones out as usual. So I have to drill them out and then start working on the door. The other one was pretty rusty. I hope I won't find a lot of body filler and rust under here. So wish me luck. As you can see, the door has got a pretty big dent. Also, the whole edge is bent down. So I tried to put that back straight a bit, which I succeeded in. The rest of it will be a little bit of tapping and a little bit of body filler. But first it's time to check out my new welding mask. Welding up the door. Alright, so that's the outer skin of the passenger side door solid again. Next up was the rear hatch. Unfortunately that needed a bit of welding as well, but luckily it is pretty solid. So it's just a bit of outer skin and then we're good to go. After a couple of hours I'm gonna take the evapor rust off, see if it did its job. It actually took quite a lot of rust off. There is some metal again. The panel is a lot smoother, and I'm gonna give it another go and leave it overnight. The other cargo door, I've just followed the instructions. It was 2 hours, but it said you can also leave it overnight if the rust is heavy, and that's what I did with this one. So let's see how this one comes up. Okay, so the door came up surprisingly well. That's how it used to be, but I left that because I'm going to cut it out and weld it anyway. Look at that. See metal again. So all my repair panels arrived. Didn't expect them until the weekend or after the weekend in worst case, but they're here. So I've got pieces to repair the bottom cargo doors, the corners of the roof, all of the sides of the roof, outer sill for the right hand side. Got the front panel, the bottom here where the bumper goes through. Then we've got obviously the bottom of the nose because that's all gone. Then we've got the cargo door sill, inner and outer, so that makes it a little bit easier to put it in. And an inner sill for the other side because that's kind of rusty in a lot of places as well. So we can start fixing these up as well. Happy days. And in the other box we've got new brake pads, brake shoes, brake cylinders, brake lines, and heaps of door rubbers, window rubbers, etc. I think I've only need front brake bits, and then I've got everything I need. So getting all my parts meant I was ready to get the car on the lift and start working on all of the body panels. First up, I started stripping all the rust out of the left-hand outer sill, and it was not pretty. They're always worse than you think. You know, you always find more rust than you think, but yeah, it was pretty bad. Unfortunately, the inner sill was also beyond repair, so I'm taking that out. Luckily, I've got one inner sill and the other one looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put the full sill in here, and the other side I'm just gonna make some repair patches. First up, I was drilling all the holes for the plug welds. And the next step was to align it and plug weld it into place. That's the inner sill into place. Now it's time to fit and align the outer sill. I've pre-drilled all the holes for the plug welds, so as long as I can align it properly, it should go in pretty easy. I gave the inside a quick coat of rust protection. Quick check to make sure everything lines up properly. The bottom was good. The sides were actually not bad either, so it was time to tack it into place. Next up was a little panel next to the sill. Some serious reconstruction work. The left hand side is starting to look like a car again. So we've got a whole side back in. A couple little pieces to work on the front. This one here. And then this side is done, or at least the bottom. Then we're gonna start on the steps, but that's for later. So that's looking good. So I did finish the little panel, so the whole like kind of sill is back together, which is good. Now I'm starting to step, and they have been very creative with body filler. They just, I mean, like I knew there was a hole here, but I just caked it on. Let's see what we find under here, eh? So another day, another bunch of welding. I've got to recreate the inner sill. That one's damaged. I've replaced the other side, like the full sill. Unfortunately, I don't have another one, and I can't get another one here in time. So I'm just gonna make 2 little sections for the front and the back. And because the whole middle piece is good on the right hand side, thankfully. So what I did is I got some square tube and 2 C-clamps, and that way I can fold it over here and get a nice edge. And that's the easiest way to fold it without making this all warped. So I keep that kind of straight, and then see how we go with that. All right, there we go. That should be my new inner sill. Let's see if it fits. Seems to fit pretty well. Time to weld it in place. With the inner sill in place, it was time to close up the hole and finish it off. The next day I was lucky enough to have a couple of friends help me. The whole front end is kind of rusty, so they were cleaning it all up. I made another section for the inner sill on the front, and while they were keeping up cleaning the front end, I finished up the sill on this side, so that's pretty solid again. After they finished up cleaning up the front end, they went for lunch, and I thought that was a great opportunity to start working on the front. I just started by cutting out everything that was rusty. Unfortunately, there was quite a lot. After that, my mate came back from lunch. I started repairing the dog leg because unfortunately I couldn't get one in time, so I have to repair it. And he started working on the front. As you can see here, a lot of patching going on because unfortunately right and left hand drive is different, and also a right hand drive one was simply not available, so we have to make it work. And while my mate was finishing up the front end, I finished up the dog leg, and we're getting ready to put the front back together. With the day almost over, they went out to have dinner and a beer, and I just decided I have to keep working. So I'm gonna roughly fit up the nose section, and tomorrow we're gonna put it in place. The next morning, bright and early, I started fitting up the front end. After roughly cutting out the section I needed, it was time to give the inside a bit of rust protectant before putting the nose back on. job almost completed. The panel needed a bit of a correction on the left hand front, but we got it in and it looks pretty good. Unfortunately, that's not the last of the welding. I didn't even film how I repaired the left step, sorry about that. But next up was the roof. And fortunately the roof is really rough, so wish me luck with that. Luckily I've got some pretty decent repair panels for it, because both sides of the roof basically need the whole side replaced. Even the middle of the roof is gone because I think a tree fell on it, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that later. Alright, I'm all cleaned up. We're gonna go for dinner with some friends. It's been many long days so far. A lot of the welding is done, and we'll do a bit more welding on the next episode, and then we'll get into bodywork and paint. Thanks for watching. Next episode we're gonna finish the last bit of the welding, apply primer, do the bodywork and get it ready for paint.